Hello everyone, this is Dr. S.R. Pagare from KG Somaiya College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Kopargaon. In Cost and Works Accounting, today we will be discussing about break-even chart and cost volume profit analysis. Now first, let's understand what is break-even chart. But before break-even chart, we need to know the definition of break-even point. In marginal costing, the point at which there is no profit or no loss is called as break-even point. That means it is the point at which a businessman has incurred nor a loss nor a profit. Now this break-even point, if it has to be graphically represented, then we have to prepare a chart which is known as break-even chart. So we define it as the graphical representation of marginal costing. It indicates the graphic relationship between cost, volume and profits. It shows not only the break-even point but also the effects of cost and revenue at varying levels of sales. Therefore, it is called as cost volume profit graph, CVP graph. It indicates the following information. First, fixed cost. Second, variable cost. Third, total cost. Fourth, sales value. Fifth, profit or loss. Sixth, break-even point. And seventh, margin of safety. For preparation of break-even chart, following assumptions need to be considered. First, fixed assets will always remain constant. Second, prices of variable cost factors will always remain unchanged. Third, semi-variable cost is separated as variable and fixed cost. Fourth, production method will not change. Fifth, there will be no change in pricing policy. Sixth, sales will always be equal to production. And seventh, product mix will always remain constant. Now let's see, on considering all these 7 assumptions, how we can construct a break-even chart. Now just look at this break-even chart. On x-axis you have production, that is the volume, and on y-axis we have sales, that is the cost. At O level, from here we start the intersection. Now after x and y axis, parallel to x axis, we have drawn a fixed cost line. From the fixed cost line intersection, we have a line called as total cost line, and from production cost line, we have a line called sales line. I explain it again. On x axis, we have production, that is volume. On y axis, we have cost and sales. Now, parallel to production volume, we have to draw a next line, that is fixed cost line. From the production line, the cross line will be known as sales line, whereas from the fixed cost line, we have a line called as total cost line. Now see, the point at which it intersects is known as break-even point. At this point, there is neither profit nor loss for the business house. Now the area between sales line and total cost line, this area should be wider, and so this area is of profit area. The wider the area, the profit is the more. Now let's see the advantages of break-even chart. First, it is simple to construct and easy to understand. It helps the management in studying the relationship between cost, volume and profits. It helps the upper level management in taking decisions on sales. It helps the upper level management in understanding the strength and profit earning capacity of a business organization. And fifth one, it helps the management in selecting the most profitable product mix. As there are advantages, there are also some limitations for this break-even chart. These limitations are as follows. First, it indicates a static picture. Second, it becomes out of date if there is a change in the assumption or condition. Any condition out of 7 conditions over there, if a single assumption or condition is changed, then the break-even chart figure, graphical representation, that becomes out of date. Third, a company manufacturing variety of products represent the fact of each product in the chart. And fourth, break-even chart does not consider the amount of capital employed. Basically, every businessman is interested in getting returns on his amount employed, on his capital employed. But break-even chart does not consider that amount of capital that has been invested by him. Now we come to the next concept, that is angle of incidence. Again we need to assess the break-even chart over here. What is angle of incidence? It is formed by the intersection of sales line and total cost line at the break-even point. It shows the rate at which the organization is earning profit once the BP is reached. The wider the angle, the greater is the rate of earning profits with increase in sales. The angle of incidence is the angle which is made at the break-even point by the intersection of the total cost line and the sales line. The bigger the angle, the more is the profit due to increase in sales. Hence, efforts are made to increase this angle as wide as possible by the management. Angle of incidence becomes more useful in case of industries which have increasing returns. A company which has a wide angle of incidence along with high margin of safety therefore shows the best business position. Now let's see what is cost volume profit analysis. Cost plus volume plus profit. Analysis of all these things gives birth to CVPA. Commonly we call it as a CVPA. What is it? It is the volume of sales that depends upon production which is related to cost. So production, volume and cost. Second, cost is divided as fixed cost and variable cost. And third, profits are affected by both cost and volume. Cost volume profit analysis, that is CVPA, presents a picture of the profit at various levels of activity, whereas it also helps the management to understand the change in profit in relation to output and sales. Now let's see what are the objectives of CVPA. The first objective is to forecast the profit accurately. Second, to facilitate the setting up of flexible budgets. Third, to assist in performance evaluation for the purpose of control. Fourth, to help in formulating price policies. And fifth, to know the amount of overhead cost which would be charged to product at different levels of operation. Limitations of CVPA. It is assumed that the production facilities for the purpose of analysis do not change. Second, analysis will be realistic if material price, labor rates and selling prices remain fixed. Third, the efficiency of plant and other production facilities are assumed to remain as expected. Fourth, it is assumed that costs can be correctly classified into fixed and variable cost. And fifth, it is assumed that variable costs are variable at all levels of activity. So, we need to understand the break-even chart. If you understand the break-even chart, if you understand the advantages and limitations of break-even chart, you will understand the concept of angle of incidence. And if you understand the angle of incidence, you will understand the cost volume profit analysis. We need to know the objectives and limitations of cost volume profit analysis. So I hope you have understood the concept of break-even chart and cost volume profit analysis with the angle of incidence. Thank you.